Hey y'all, it's Tamika TTC, and guess what? I have an FET Med unboxing. Woo! Let's get into it. Okay, so to start, what's not going to be in my box? Progesterone. Why? Because I got this progesterone in my meds with my first IVF retrieval. Never used. Here are the three, and I still have refills on these. So this is progesterone and oil. It's in sesame oil. So it'll be my first time taking that, but you're not going to see that in the box. What you're also not going to see in the box: syringes. These are 22 gauge, 1.5 inch syringes. These also came with my first IVF med. So this is what's left of them, and I have 4 refills. 4 refills. Let me see. These are both, these are both 3 milliliters. So this says I have 4 refills. This one says I have 3 refills. Got a lot of these, tons. Yes, these are the nice long syringes, because the progesterone is an intramuscular injection. Okay, so that's what you're not going to see in the box. Now, since it came UPS, usually these come FedEx, so I'm real surprised that it came UPS. But whatever, they came today. Today is Saturday. It's still cycle 20. Today is January 5th. I took my last birth control pill on January 2nd. So January 4th, yesterday, was actually my first day without birth control in my system, because I take the birth control in the evening. So Aunt Flo is due in the next few days. So I figure the 2nd, we give her 5 days, and another 2 days, Aunt Flo will probably be here. Alright, so let's see what's in the box. Obviously, none of this stuff requires refrigeration. What do we have here? Enoxaparin sodium injection. This is a subcutaneous injection. I'm sure enoxaparin. It comes with 10 syringes, and I don't know what gauge the syringes are, but they're sub-Q, so they must not be that much. But this must be a generic for something. I don't even know. Is this everything? Okay, so this is generic for Lovenox. There we go. I found it. Yeah, generic for Lovenox. Lovenox is a blood thinner. So it's a prophylactic dose. It's 30 milligrams. It says I got to take 1 daily. He'll tell me when to start taking. Let's open one up. See what it looks like in here. Let's see. Make sure I open it up right. Let's open one. I guess somewhere here. Okay. Alright. This is easy. Crack, crack. Alright, we got some paperwork here. Looks like they're preset packages. 2 syringes in each. Looks like they do break apart like that. And they're pre-filled, apparently. So that's good. And syringes are short in here. And all I have to do is inject. So that'll be pretty easy. Alright, cool. So that's the generic for Lovenox. The blood thinner. Let's see what else I have in here. So I have 3 boxes of these, and there are 4 refills. So I think he said I would start taking this the day of transfer, and probably for like the first trimester and pregnancy. So that's probably why I have so many. Alright, so I've got 3 boxes and there's 10 in each, so that's 30 days. 30 days. Alright, so I did ask for another sharps container with gauze and alcohol. So I did ask for more of this. So that's cool, although I almost never use the gauze, but with the progesterone and oil, I'll probably be using more gauze. Let's see if I can find the top to this. Okay, here we go. Here's the top to the sharps container, right? Alright. So now I have 3. I'm building a little collection. Okay. Everything else is pills and tablets, right? So let's see what we have. We've got methylprednisolone. This is the anti-inflammatory drug. So I've taken this before. We've got estradiol, or estradiol. Quantity dispensed has been reduced to maximize quality. Okay, yeah, because he gave me like a 90-day supply of this, and they were only able to give me 31 days so at a time. So I'll have to call them to get more as needed. This is generic for estrase, and this is a vaginal suppository. It says insert 1 tablet vaginally at bedtime. So, let me see if I can show it to you. I mean, that's a little interesting little blue tablets. Alright, what else do I have in here? Doxycycline. This is an antibiotic. Must be taken with plenty of water and food, or it does make you sick, or at least it made me sick. So that's another blue pill. I've taken that before. And what else do we have? Oh, diazepam. So I have, that's generic for Valium. This is my controlled substance. The Valium that I didn't take, it's 1 tablet meant for the day of transfer. I didn't take it last time, so I still have that pill over there. I probably won't take this one either because I won't have anybody to drive me. So, that's it. That's pretty simple for and medicated FET, right? Maybe not. I mean, I have the estrase, and I have the Lovenox that's added, and then I have the progesterone. Other than that, I've got some antibiotics and the steroid to keep the inflammation down. So, well, alrighty then. Well, alrighty then. That's it. So much for a med unboxing. That's it. I could have sworn they said, oh, Medrol, the methylprednisolone is generic for Medrol. Because they were like, oh, yeah, Medrol. Okay, I'm like, well, where's the Medrol? I didn't know what that was. Alright, but now I know what it is. Okay. Alright. So that's it, ladies. I'm ready and raring to go. Just waiting for Outflow to show up. I am to call my RE on cycle day 1. And we'll go from there to put this baby back. So I'm feeling good. We're a couple days after the new year. I'm off the birth control, so I'm feeling a lot better. I really, really do feel better off the birth control. Few days, I think like a couple of days into trying to be back on the good foot diet-wise. You know, I kind of got like this burst of energy or something. Also, my blood pressure's been doing really well. I'm not sure what's changed. The only thing, I got my hair sticking out here. The only thing that's really changed is I started taking my blood pressure outside of the birth control because I read that the iron interacts with the blood pressure medicine and keeps me from being able to absorb it as well. So I started taking that separately. And the other thing is that I've added a supplement. I had to re-up on my ubiquinol. So I've been asked by 1+10 Angels, about PQQ on a couple of occasions. And I did look up PQQ as a supplement that's supposed to be a supplement that helps with got trees falling on my roof. That's supposed to help with egg quality. So I was trying to look up why I didn't get the PQQ, and I think I just was getting so many supplements at one time, and they were all doing pretty much the same thing, so I just didn't get it. But I needed to re-up on my ubiquinol, so I found a supplement that had both ubiquinol and PQQ, so I invested in that to see how that goes. So um, so that's pretty much the only thing that changed. Now, ubiquinol is used for cardiovascular health, and it said that it works really well when taking PQQ. So I'm wondering if the PQQ has given, my veins or the extra boost to help them dilate to lower my blood pressure. So. But my blood pressure is doing really good, so that's good. Still waiting for the birth control to really, really get out of my system so my glucose can come down. I have been sort of back on keto, although I'm a little on the keto because I read that keto can lower your thyroid hormones. And when your thyroid hormones are low, your TSH goes up. So, one of the things that I've been looking at is a way to sort of balance that because I do have the insulin resistance, and I need to be able to balance the insulin resistance along with my thyroid. So, my TSH, as you saw in the previous video, that my TSH was fine, is below the threshold that most fertility doctors want you to see, which is 2.5. My TSH was 2.32, I believe, and I just feel like I'm like a smidge below. And if I'm doing keto to help like lose weight, and keto is going to sort of lower my thyroid hormones. That's going to kick up my TSH, and I just feel like I'm a little too close to the limit. So what I plan to do is see an endocrinologist to make sure that maybe I shouldn't be on a little something just to get me a little lower, or to maybe give me some ideas or things that I can do to get my TSH lower. So I want to talk to him about the diet, my insulin resistance, and my TSH, and the fact that I'm trying to get pregnant. So I want to make sure that all of that stays safe, because in the research that I found about thyroid health and trying to get pregnant is the guideline for the National Association for Thyroid is, I'm saying that wrong. I'm totally saying that wrong. I'll put it down here. But the guideline there is your TSH should be below 2.5 for the first trimester. And then for the second and third trimester, it needs to be below 3. So when you get pregnant, your thyroid definitely kicks up. If you're on thyroid medicine, they usually have to increase it an additional 20%. Pardon me. I'm not on any thyroid medicine. My RE didn't mention anything in regards to the TSH, most likely because I'm below the 2.5. But I was looking at some old blood work of mine 5 years ago. My TSH was 1.6. So, I don't know what I was doing differently than I'm doing now in regards to my thyroid. But, if I can pull it back down, then great. I had also heard from another TTC sister about the importance of your iodine levels, and that she had heard that another woman was experiencing transfer failures, and it turned out her issue was that she had low iodine, and iodine does play a role with your thyroid. So if your iodine is low, your thyroid hormones are low, and your TSH is probably too high. So they fixed her iodine levels, and then she was fine. So your thyroid needs iodine to do what it does. So most of us get our iodine from iodized salts. Since I am hypertension conscious, I don't cook with salt. Never have. So when I am eating well and cooking for myself, I don't include salt in anything that I cook. When I eat out, that obviously has salt in it, and maybe that's why my thyroid was doing better, because I was eating so poorly and getting all that great salt. My iodine levels were probably better. So what I found is that iodized salt is, I think, like the fourth best way to get iodine. The number one was seaweed. Um, yeah, I've tasted seaweed before. Not eating it. I guess you do get seaweed, if you eat sushi. Although we can't eat a lot of sushi, but a lot of those wraps are wrapped in seaweed, so that's a good way of getting iodine. The second best way of getting iodine is eating codfish, which I do eat codfish. I'm not a real big fish eater, but I don't mind codfish, so I'll eat some more codfish. As a matter of fact, I made a dish the other night, which was really good, by the way. I found it on Pinterest. So that's what I'm doing to trying to get my iodine. You can supplement with iodine, but everything I've researched says that you shouldn't take an iodine supplement. You can get plenty of iodine through food. So I have no idea whether I'm iodine deficient or not. So I'm just going to stick with, trying to eat codfish at least once a week. Maybe try to do it once or twice a week to kind of kick up my iodine and hope that works with my thyroid. And go from there. So I think I found out a few other things. I did also mention that my doctor had prescribed the extra folic acid. I have since decided not to take that. Again, I'm not a physician. What I decide to do for my care is based on me and my levels, how I feel about my body, what my body is doing, things that I've discussed with my physician or physicians. I suggest you do the same. So please don't take any of this as Bible or golden or whatever. I've done some research. There'll be some links in the description for some of the things that I've been reading. But again, I do encourage you to do your own research before you just take any of the supplements and stuff that I'm taking, right? Because I talked about my supplements before. But I did mention that I do have the MTHFR gene mutation. This mutation means that my body has a hard time converting folic acid into folate, which is what you need to help throw it off for the well, not throw it off, but to help with the development of like the spine and brain of the baby when you get pregnant, right? So if my body has a hard time converting that, then what is normally in a prenatal is not going to be good enough. The prenatal that I was taking before, that was the one a day that had the folic acid in it. But again, my body does not convert that well. That is synthetic folic acid. So what I found out is that when you have this gene mutation, not only does your body have a hard time converting folic acid to folate, my body also has a hard time taking out the trash. And by taking out the trash, I mean it has a hard time detoxifying. So, what helped me make my decision is the fact that I learned that when I consume folic acid in the synthetic form, now I can get that in a prenatal, I can also get that in foods that are fortified with folic acid, but it's fortified with synthetic folic acid. Since my body doesn't convert it all, will convert some, but it doesn't convert it all. The part that my body does not convert, it turns into trash, right? Or a toxin that my body is not good at getting rid of, right? So if my body's not good at taking out the trash, I need to be careful about how much trash I put in it, right? So, what my RE has done is he's prescribed a prescription strength folic acid, still synthetic. And I had read prior that just bombarding yourself with folic acid is not the best idea. But I needed to do some additional research, which I have since done. I did ask him about the L-methylated folate, and he didn't have an opinion. He didn't have an opinion other than I don't really trust that, but he didn't give me a good reason why he didn't trust it. So the only thing I can make out of it is he doesn't know very much about methylated folate. So I'm going to stick with my prenatal that that I had already switched to prior to learning that I had the gene mutation that has the L-methylated folate in it. Also, my B12 complex also has methylated folate in it. So I'm getting plenty of methylated folate from those two supplements. What I also learned, so basically there's arguments on both sides as far as whether you should bombard yourself with more folic acid or whether you should take methylated folate. There's argues against and for both. There happened to be more argument for not taking synthetic folic acid and staying away from it. Why? Because what I said is having this mutation means that my body has a hard time taking out the trash. The more folic acid you throw at me, the more trash is going to come out of it, right? Because I'm not going to convert it all. So I'm going to have way more trash than I'm ever going to have that I convert. So I'm just toxifying my body, which is not what I want to do trying to get pregnant, right? So that's why I decided not to take the folic acid that was prescribed by my RE. Also, what I also learned is that taking methylated folate, like our intestines, has receptors that are built to sort of grab the methylated folate to help with the absorption of it. Taking synthetic folic acid can clog these receptors and reduce your absorption of methylated folate. So if you're going to take methylated folate, you need to be careful about taking a prenatal that has folic acid in it, taking any other supplement that has synthetic folic acid, and eating foods that are fortified with synthetic folic acid. Now, you can eat foods that have folate naturally, like green leafy vegetables, so like spinach, kale, all that great stuff. That is still fine, but you just want to be careful of like grains, like pasta, rice, or whatever, if you're eating anything like that that has fortified. Again, please do your own research. I'm going to put a few links in the description from what I've been reading. Feel free to read up on that and additional sources as well. But this is what helped me make my decision to not take the prescription folic acid and to stick with the methylated folate. And we'll just see how it goes from there. All right. Okay. So I think that's all I have going on. I still have another 4 weeks on my prescription vitamin D, and then I'll be taking a supplement for that. So that's all that's going on right now. I guess when I get started in this protocol, I'll come back. There won't be a whole lot to show except for these injections here. But since that's the only injection, and well, we're not gonna we're not gonna video me putting in a vaginal suppository. We're not gonna do that. So that's pretty much going to be it. I'll check in and let you know how I'm feeling on these things, how the injections go, and all of that. It'll be my first time taking the blood thinner, and I'll let you know when I get more instructions on the actual protocol. What he wants me to do, if I need to be taking like a baby aspirin in addition to this or not. We'll see. So so far so good. I think I've rambled on enough. I've done the unboxing. I've gave you some additional information on what's going on with my meds, and what I plan to do in regards to like the results from my blood work and all of that. So that's all I have for now. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've recorded. It's just not been a lot going on, and I've just been trying to catch up with work or trying to relax and all of that. So my vacation time, while it was long, wasn't exactly what I expected, but if nothing else, I got a lot of rest. So I do definitely feel rested, and now I'm back to work and people are on my nerves again, but I do still feel rested. So I'm just playing catch up as far as being out for 2 weeks, but everything is good. Everything is awesome. I don't know why that song is in my head, but that's what happens when you have little kids around you for too long. Right? All right, ladies. Always a pleasure. Sticky baby, that's all of TTC. Bye.